Be a difficult, hard not to pick against the Patriots. They just seem to, Brady goes forever. But if you don't pick them, I kind of like the Eagles if Webb stays healthy.
Okay. Now let's look at some of the teams that are the NFL this season and what it is. What is it about the Patriots? Is it just the automatic? I mean, look, that's the safe pick. They've won it 6 times in 18 years. I mean, how can you go wrong? By the law of averages, you got a 1 in 3 chance, and you've got probably about a 50-50 chance, I guess it will be, that they would make it. So is that the deal there, or what do you see the Patriots, without Gronkowski, still being able to hold off the charges of, say, the Chiefs?
Well, the Andy Reid, not a great playoff record. So, can they beat the Patriots in the playoffs? They're granted, they would have done it last year. D4 doesn't jump off sides.
Mm-hmm.
But, those things seem to happen. So, I actually think there were some worrisome signs of the Patriots last year. If it wasn't for D4, they would have lost the Kansas City game. And, of course, they did not play that well against the Rams, but the Rams just seemed totally intimidated. And not for that bad call or bad non-call, they might have been facing the Saints. And the way they played that day, I think the Saints would have had a very good chance to beat them, certainly a better chance than the Rams did. So, but on the other hand, they just find a way. I mean, they're geniuses. The other teams do a lot of stupid things against them, which is hard to figure, like the interception from the 1 yard line,
Mm-hmm.
like not running the clock with a 28-3 lead, and even with 11-point lead, they got a first down on the 20 with 4 minutes to go. They run 3 plays, kick a field goal. They got they had an 8-point lead. The Falcons, they run 3 plays, kick a field goal. They got 11-point lead with 4 minutes to go, or maybe 3 by that time. Even Tom Brady's not going to overcome that. So, and then you go all the way back to Mike Martz would not run Marshall Falk, even though he only ran him 17 times, even though they were playing the pass defense, nickelback, daring him to run the ball. He was too stubborn to do that. So, and the loss to, the victory over the Panthers, John Fox screwed that up by going for 2 too early. Basically cost them 3 points in the game. He lost by 3. He should at least go into overtime, So things just happen in their favor. So until Brady retires, you got to like your chances.
I can see where you're going with that. And also, I always say grade a coach by what he does in the postseason, because for the most part, the talent level is equal, and you don't have that over the course of 16 games, or let's say in a baseball season, 162 games. The talent will win out, even if, say, the manager makes a boneheaded decision that costs him the game or so, that sort of thing. So I do believe in the playoffs what you're saying is right, and you mentioned, okay, Chiefs, well, Andy Reid. You mentioned D Ford. The Patriots have been touched by an angel at times, but I can totally get that third down and, got to get to Brady, oops. That is, teams like the Patriots get stuff like that to happen for them because of their past success. I do kind of get it. I do want to ask you about some teams, though. Last year you said, hey, watch out for the Chargers, and certainly, they gave... the Chiefs everything that they could handle, really. And, you didn't really think of that, in my opinion. You thought, okay, Los Angeles Chargers, the team with no fans? Come on, what? Real? Well, turns out, beating the Ravens in the playoffs and everything. Who do you see this year as maybe a surprise team in the NFL?
Well, that's a good question. Everybody's already hyping Cleveland, so you wouldn't call them a surprise. I don't know if there will be, there's got to be somebody, but it's hard to know what team kind of surprises you, Did Stafford have a great year? Detroit be a surprise?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to buy into that. Green Bay, the new coach, first year, they surprised. I don't know. You don't like the Raiders. Denver doesn't have a quarterback.
You don't like Flacco.
What's that?
You don't like Flacco.
Well, I mean, not to win the Super Bowl. I mean, he's been on decline 4 years in a row. And last year he got beat up by a rookie at the end. So, they got a very good defense, but I just don't know if Flacco's going to, pull it out for them. So, Miami doesn't have a quarterback. The Saints are a contender anyway. The Falcons, I'm not high on them. Buffalo, question marks. The Jets, question marks. Cincinnati, not sold on them. It's pretty hard to find a team that's that isn't already considered a contender is going to come out of nowhere this year. But, we get surprised all the time, so we'll see what happens.
Cleveland is sort of a dark horse. I think I saw that their odds to win the Super Bowl, I think it was 20-1, and that was the same as the Steelers, for instance. And it was even better than the defending champs in the AFC North, the Ravens, who are a real wild card. I mean, what do you get with Lamar Jackson, 3 yards passing for 3 quarters, or nearly coming back and beating the Chargers? I mean, what is it going to be, And, well, let me just ask you that. What are your thoughts on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens? We've heard about the running quarterback. It's going to be the new breed. Well, we've heard about that for generations, it seems, and all that. Is Lamar Jackson, you think, a long-term answer, or is he more of, this guy who got a lot of scrambling yards, and that really doesn't last in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of wonder, he's got to develop into being more of a passer.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep running like that in the NFL against their defenses and avoid injury, So I'm skeptical unless he changes his game and develops into more of a passer. We'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, now you mentioned Cleveland. They're not a surprise because, picking up Odell Beckham Jr. and Baker Mayfield seems to be thought of which way is he going to go, but, could he be the next big thing? AFC North, I think a lot of people are saying, is it going to be the old guard, the Steelers? The Ravens still, I don't think anybody gives the Bengals a chance. Or is this the year, finally, the Cleveland Browns win their first division since 1989? What are your thoughts there?
To me, they still got to prove it. Last year was kind of almost kind of a free year. There were no expectations, and Baker didn't play well. But, now there are expectations. Let's see how they play, with these expectations. So it's, I'm still a little skeptical that they're the real thing. They might need another year, but wait and see.
Okay, well, 7-8-1 last year, so a losing record like the Browns since their revival have usually had and that sort of thing. We're talking to Vito Stellino. I'm up against a break. Can you stay on through here and we'll talk a little more NFL, who and what?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Hey, football season just around the corner. No better to talk about it than Vito Stellino. Second part is next.